Your speech is rapid.
You said hyper, my speech is rapid.
And your conversations are leaning a lot toward things like conspiracy. Your paranoia is also heightened.
Okay.
So that's why I asked.
Why do you ask that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean paranoid? Now, can you just give me examples? I hear you. I'm listening to you. So what do you mean?
Okay, so like the last time when I came to visit and have the paper signed by you.
I'm going to pee really quick. 1 second, okay?
Okay.
1 second. You're talking about when those people were coming up the elevator? Yeah.
No, they weren't coming up.
Okay, no.
They
Listen. I'll tell you exactly what. Okay, yeah. When I came downstairs, I saw a bunch of maintenance people start moving. You said it yourself. You saw it moving yourself, and I said, okay.
Yeah, that was in a.
So
that was.
So I said, okay. I went upstairs, and I said, okay, I'm gonna send the papers upstairs. That's all. Is that what you're talking about?
That day.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that day.
Yeah, I know.
So when
And then
I
the
left,
elevator, yeah. I was signing the papers, and I never saw the people. I've never seen them again. They don't live over here.
But you sent me a text.
Yeah.
Telling me those were the people that re-tapped your house that I went down on the elevator with. And that we were working together because they held the elevator for me and things like that. So when I say paranoia, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I understand.
Because I didn't know those people. They didn't know me. I've never seen them before. Yeah. But you felt or believed that we were working in conjunction.
So that is that
something against you.
Okay. And what else? What other ones? I got that in point. Okay, the elevator. What else?
And just
tell me another one. Just give me one more factual one that you're gonna put me in the hospital. Give me one more.
I asked you, were you open?
Just give me the biggest one. Just give me three of the biggest ones. What are the biggest ones? This one, okay, and what else?
That one and.
And what was that again? Can you say it again so I can keep them track? What was it? It's okay, Bella. It's okay, Bella.
What you tell her in the bathroom?
Okay, no. Go ahead. I know she senses. She senses bad people. What is?
I'm not bad.
No, yeah. What Bella? What is the? What is honestly? What is?
Okay, so yeah, and the one in the hallway, with me, not.
You're talking about the elevator. Okay, the elevator. Okay, tap. Okay. What's the number 2?
And you keep thinking that we're trying to put you in the hospital.
Okay, and then
your house.
Okay, hospitalization, and then take my house. Hospitalization and
Bella, that changed quick.
Okay, yeah, she says it's bad people. Of course she does. Am I right? You're all right. And then once, hello. She's not threatening you. Don't feel threatened. Of course, she's got 2 cents, but she senses bad people. All right, and I'm telling you, I always tell her to protect me. Thank you for letting me know. I know, Bella. Thank you. You're beautiful. I already know though. But thank you, baby. I already know. So
that's why I
okay, so can I? Okay, no.
It was just a question.
No. Let me. This is serious. Because this is what you're already. This is your train of thought. Let me address these. Can I address these? Can you continue recording?
I'm not recording.
Okay, for the elevator. Okay, of course I was suspicious for being away from my apartment. I told you that. Okay, so I said, okay, I just want to sign these up here because you said personally you saw the people, the maintenance, the lady circling your stuff. You specifically said that. You said, "Oh, I saw them too."
I said, they did come out.
Yeah, they started circling.
In the lobby.
Yeah. So I said, and then you look again, It's off. The battery's off over there. You should look this way.
No.
Okay. You kept on looking. You looked like 30 times at the camera.
I'm looking at you now. I'm talking to you.
Okay. So you're not looking at the camera. Okay. So this is the point. So I said I just wanted to sign up the papers up in my room. Okay, because so I don't trust them to be away from my home. That's perfectly, given my concerns, logical. Okay, so as soon as I go down, I see these people I've never seen in my life. 3 people come up. Okay, they stop at my floor. Okay, and they go down. I've never seen them. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Okay, so I go down with you, and then I see all the people moving around. So I go upstairs. I say, okay, let me sign the papers upstairs. Okay. And then as soon as I do it, I finish, they leave. What were they up there? Maybe they're visiting, fine, they go down, but then you stop. You actually stopped it. You said, okay, come down. But I did like a page and I did a page.
What happened? Can you explain that?
Okay, what I'm saying is, okay.
So you came up here, you were sitting in the hallway signing the papers.
Yeah, we were sitting in the hallway, we were signing the papers and said, okay, and then the people came into the elevator to go downstairs, and then I was still signing the papers, and you said, oh, hold the elevator. I'll go down with them. And I said, that was kind of suspicious. I said, okay. And I kept on writing. It was a lot of, it was 3 more pages. It was a couple more, there were
3 more pages.
Yeah, there were a couple more. So then you held the elevator for a while, for 3 pages, for these people. That was odd. Okay, so that was my suspicion. So it's not odd to get that suspicion. So then I questioned you. You know, normally if it was just you were catching that, you would have just, oh, don't worry, he's got, you know, but no, they held and they didn't complain and they stood there for 3 pages. That didn't make any sense to me. That's why I was suspicious. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So then why do you keep on saying I'm suspicious and stuff?
No, I'm just saying that.
That was the whole point. You brought it up,
right.
And now you're saying you just said I wasn't suspicious.
No, I'm just saying you have.
And you keep looking this way. It's off. This way.
I'm not looking at
you keep on looking this way.
This is the camera that's going.
This is going now, but you keep on looking this way. You keep on looking. But every time you keep on looking this way.
Okay, so you have a right to be suspicious about things that are happening around you. You perfectly.
So then why are you saying I'm erratic?
But
I don't talk to anybody. I don't speak to anybody. I don't.
There were 3 papers. There were 3 pages left. I had already been up here 15 minutes. I told you I was downstairs. Okay. I didn't want to get a ticket. So
okay,
let's
so it was suspicious. So you're saying,
you were
but this is
to, you know,
this is your criteria to put me in the hospital. This is your number one, and I'm dissecting it. And
that's your number one. You put it as number one.
I said, give me the 3 top ones, and then the hospitalization.
Okay, so put this one on there. Put this on your paper.
Okay.
Put on the paper the fact that you are not taking your medication.
Not taking medication. And how do you know that? Because
you've already admitted to it.
That I haven't been taking my medication. Yeah. Okay. Oh, is that why you were looking at the blood work?
No.
That's why you were. I always said, look at this. It was the treatment plan, and then you went and copied everything.
No.
You didn't even tell me you were copying everything.
I know that you're not taking your medication because when I talked to you on the phone the other day, you admitted that you weren't taking the medication. You said I only could have learned that
if I was. I never admit. See, you're lying again. I said you only would. I said the only way you would know that if you were on my social media.
And that is not because I'm not on your.
So then how do you say I'm not? I'm showing you my medication. How do you know I'm not taking my medication? Because you said I'm a doctor. Because you said I'm a doctor. Yes. You did. I said, how do you know that? You said, I'm your doctor. I'm a doctor. And I said, you're not a doctor. I said, no. Yes, you did.
I did not.
Tell me I'm a liar.
And if you recorded it, wind it back and tell me
Okay, we'll strike that, okay?
Because I'm not a doctor.
I know you are, and that's what I said. And I said, you don't know. I put it on Facebook, so the whole conversation is on there, so word for word. So we can go back and quote it. I said it word for word before you even mentioned this.
We are trained to know when our clients have gone off their medication. Like I said, I was just speaking with you. We were just having interaction. I just ordered this chair for you.
Okay, I know December. From Amazon, and you know what I think about Amazon.
Yeah, now I know. I didn't know that then. Did you have those thoughts then?
No. All right. Okay. So
Did
anyway,
you have those thoughts then?
No, I didn't know. No, that's why I said all this came up.
So now
I just became aware of most of this stuff recently. That's why the erratic behavior, and I'm trying to bring it up.
Where did you learn all this stuff from?
The internet. I learned that my medication was deadly. That not only was it deadly, but they're accelerating it. And I've complained 2 times, and they've hospitalized me. Okay. I've complained about the security here, and every single time you're working. Oh, I missed. Come on. You missed. Come on. And then you kept on looking at the camera every single time. Okay. Every single time. Okay. How do you know about the camera?
I don't know about any camera. I don't. You told me there's a camera over here. I told you the Milestone box. It's a big red box.
But you looked at it like 30. That's why I point. Once you knew I knew. But you didn't look at anything else.
I did. I've seen everything. I'm looking at
but you only looked at that. The only thing you kept on looking was the spot. So anyway, let's forget that.
Again, okay. I don't even know what's in the box. You say there's a camera over there.
But then why were you looking? That's the only thing you kept on looking. You like milk bones? You want a milk bone?
Big red.
Do you want a milk bone? I'll give you a milk bone.
It's drawing my attention.
All this and all this silver in a big red box.
No, everything has drawn. Yeah,
and milk bones. I can give you a milk bone.
Has drawn.
I got a lot of them. Do you want a milk bone?
No, I don't want a milk bar.
Okay.
Thank you for the
Okay, now, really quick. Okay, no, it's okay. Okay, hold on a second. The elevator, so we decided that. And then the hospital, being paranoid about hospitalization, I told you. They've hospitalized me twice about this.
Okay.
Okay. I've already talked to my doctor. She was okay. And it's FaceTime.
I'm recording now, sorry.
Yeah, she knows about it. When I FaceTime my doctor through FaceTime, not talk, and I show her. So she knows that I put curtains up. Am I in trouble? What is this about?
No, these are your papers.
No. Can I ask what this is about? What is that about?
Oh, no, this is just me recording.
Recording what?
The unit, the appearance of the unit.
For what? For what purpose?
For our files.
Do you do it? Is that a normal procedure? How many people have you done that for?
2.
For what? What reason?
Because they may have some strange things.
I got inspected from Catholic Charities. That was the whole purpose of the inspection.
Okay, you passed the inspection. That's
okay,
fine.
I passed it. So what is your inspection? What is this for?
I'm not inspecting.
You're recording my personal. This is my personal space. That's my personal space. You didn't get personal permission to do that. You're in my house. You know that.
I know that.
You can't do that. You know that, right?
You aren't supposed to be recording me either.
I'm in my house. You're talking about hospitalize me, of course.
I asked you, were you open?
No, you were telling me, yeah. Am I open to be? No, I'm not.
And you said no.
For what? What am I open to being hospitalized for?
That's it.
That's it.
That's
am I
the
open?
End of the conversation.
No, okay. And then I said the only reason why I don't talk to anybody, I was saying nothing. You started looking at the camera every time I mentioned it. So how do you know about the camera, Lisa?
I don't know about the camera, and I'm gonna exit your unit.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Was I erratic? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Hey, I didn't mean to frighten you, Lisa. I'm sorry.
You have a great day, Mr.
Am I good with the apartment though?
Yeah, you're fine.
Everything's golden lined up. Will you contact if I call you? Are we still good? Are you my contact or I do no contact?
No, we good.
And am I gonna put in the hospital? If I do, so we're not on that path for any reason. Am I on that path for any reason?
Say that again.
Am I on the path of hospitalization for any? Because I see the chatter.
I'm not sure. I can't be I can't.
You're the contact, so they're talking to you.
I'm your housing contact.
But you're my personal contact.
I'm not your
my
nurse.
liaison
I'm not
between
your
my
therapist.
my
I deal
landlady.
with your housing only. Do you have any paper towels here?
Of course. Oh, it's hot. I know. I do. I got water. You want coffee? I got water, coffee, all that. No, I got anything you want. And please, I do not want you to feel threatened. And you know,
no, I don't feel threatened. Give me a hug.
Of course. I sweat more than you. You think you're a sweat? Trust me. You got nothing on me. You got no. What do you want? A towel? Okay,
just a paper towel.
I got you. Yeah, I'm just trying to protect myself. That's all.
Thank you.
That's all. And you did look at the camera every time.
Show me what
you
camera.
You did, Mama. Okay, but anyway.
Put the camera out.
Okay, but it's all good. I wasn't smart enough to catch the eye thing. Okay. It doesn't have battery anymore. Yeah, it doesn't have battery. The milk bones. There's no camera in there, but you kept on looking at it, but yeah. You kept on looking at it. There's nothing over there. You said the milk bones, but I was like, there's nothing over there, but I'm like, there's nothing over there but milk bones. And you looked over there like without exaggerating, maybe like 13 or 14 times. I noticed it.
But no, I'm your housing coordinator.
Yeah.
I'm your middle person for.
So if is there any chatter? Is there the chatter that I'm talking about is unable to reach this and that? You're being erratic. You got to feel safe. I specifically said all the things.
I want to talk to Manira again.
Okay, I need to know if I'm getting.
No problems as far as I know.
Can you please research exactly what I said and get back to me because I suspect that they're thinking about putting me in the hospital.
I will see. Manira can't put you in the hospital.
Who can put me in the hospital?
You.
Okay, I haven't done anything to go in the hospital.
Well then.
But the last place had the ability to put. Does she have the ability to put me in the hospital?
Who?
The last place was under thresholds. She had the psychiatrist was able to put me. Does Manira have the ability to put me in the hospital?
No, Manira does not.
Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, no, thank you. So unless I do something erratic, which I'm not. So it's the chatter. I see the chatter. Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, and am I wrong about the chatter?
I'm not sure what's
unable to reach, cooperate with your landlady. They got to feel safe. You got to take your medication, or you're going to terminate the program. All these things is chatter. Okay.
We need you on your medication.
I don't talk. I will take. I told you what I'm doing. I said I just went to the emergency room. The first thing when you came, I'm doing this as my doctor. I'm going to go here, and I told you that you recommended I'm going to do this, and And then you started taking all my blood work and everything. I didn't tell you to take all my blood work and all that shit.
Me, I said, can I take
Yeah, I gave you the last page, the last summary.
I just wanted the whole.
Yeah, and you wanted all my blood work to see if I was taking my medication.
So I can
yes or no?
Give it to the nurse so that they can review it too and see if they have.
I didn't give you permission to do all that.
You don't want me to do it?
No, I didn't give you permission to do it. And I didn't give you permission I didn't give you permission. Can you do that now? But you know you can get it. Never mind. No, never mind. You could always get it back from trash. So no, don't worry. You could always get them back. You can retrieve them. You know how to do that.
I don't.
The government's working, so they'll get it back for you. Okay. But no, that's it. I mean, so I'm good. Okay, so lastly,
they told me that
everything's good on the inspection. Okay, listen. And talk to Manera, talk to the people that are chattering, see if there's anything that they're mad about and if there's any reason for them to be unhappy about me staying here. And if there is, you talk to, that's your contact. This is what your job is. That's what your job is, right? You get paid for this job.
Yes.
Okay.
So, any corrections you need to make, I'll be.
So please, am I being irrational or asking something or crazy or am I, okay.
No.
Okay. That's all I'm asking.
Have a great day.
I love you. I will give you another hug when you do this, okay? Can you text me when you do it?
I do.
Okay, and can you get me an email to them saying that they won't come in my apartment in writing?
I will.
In writing. No, I want that. I want them in writing with the email saying, yes, we understand, we'll knock, or we'll do that they will not come in my apartment without, I don't.
This white bar back there, that's your door bar?
Oh yeah, that's my door bar.
Okay.
This right here. I just bought it this month. Because I just feel, once I feel they were coming in my house at will, I was like, and that's why I knew they were coming in, because my dog went crazy. And I'm like, what is she going crazy for? And then I come and somebody's coming in my, they're like this. And my dog's going crazy, and I'm like, and I'm stopping him. And I'm like, and he's trying to come in, I'm like, no, you can't. And he's, oh, no. And I'm like, that's weird. You even told me that's weird. You would freak out yourself.
Okay, Bella. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You got the left.
Okay, so please, I'm serious about the email, about them not coming to my house, okay? And then also talk to them when you're talking about that, of them, they're trying to get rid of me because you were made it like somebody was talking. When you were talking, I have it, okay? You let on that somebody was talking about something. Not me, but other people were talking about it. So talk to all the people that are involved in me. And if there's any chatter and why the chatter is, and if I can defend myself before I get hospitalized. Okay, I'm very calm. I am. I get a little excited because of caffeine. I don't talk to nobody, but you don't feel threatened. Okay. We just hugged it out. Okay, you come back, we'll hug it out again. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay.